Why is it that when the world goes quiet, your mind gets loud? Meet Leo. Leo had a secret. To the world, he looked normal. He smiled, he went to work, he said, "I am fine." But inside, Leo was at war. He didn't just live in a house, he lived inside his head, and it was a dangerous place to be. Every decision was a battle. Every silence was a trap. At night, Leo would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling. The room was dark, the phone was silent, but his mind was wide awake. He replayed conversations from years ago, things he should have said, things he should not have said, moments nobody else even remembered. His body was resting, but his mind was running endlessly. If his boss sent a message saying, "We need to talk," Leo wouldn't just read it. He would rewrite his entire future. "I'm getting fired. I'll lose my house. I'll end up on the street." He suffered more in his imagination than he ever did in reality. He was a prisoner of his own thoughts. One rainy Tuesday, the noise became too much. Leo's mind was like a broken radio, playing the same sad song over and over again. "Why did you say that? They are laughing at you. You are not good enough." The rain tapped against the window. Cars passed by outside. Life was moving, but Leo felt stuck inside his head, drowning in thoughts he could not escape. Desperate for silence, Leo packed a bag. He had heard whispers of an old place, the Iron Temple. It was said that the master who lived there possessed the iron mind, a mind that could not be shaken. But what he didn't know was this: the journey itself would teach him something important. The journey was brutal. The path was steep. The air was cold. Every step hurt. His legs burned. His breath became heavy. But strangely, the pain in his body felt honest, real, and for the first time in a long time, the pain in his head grew quieter, because the pain in his legs was better than the pain in his head. At the peak, he found Master Zenji. The old man looked like he was carved from the mountain itself, solid, calm, present. "Master," Leo gasped, "please give me the medicine to stop my thoughts. I want to turn my brain off. I want silence." The master did not speak. Instead, he handed Leo a heavy stone cup, filled to the very brim with water. "I cannot turn your brain off," the master said softly, "but I can teach you how to rule it. Walk around the edge of this cliff," the master ordered. "If you spill a single drop of this water, you will not learn the secret, and you must leave." Leo looked at the deadly drop. He looked at the shaking water. Fear gripped his heart. One wrong move and everything would be over. But he had no choice. Leo began to walk. 1 step, 2 steps. His entire existence narrowed down to that single cup. He didn't look at the clouds. He didn't remember his boss. He didn't worry about tomorrow. There was only the water and the balance. For the first time in years, the voices in his head stopped. The monsters vanished. There was no past, no future, only now. When he returned to the fire, Leo realized something strange. The noise was gone. "Did you worry about your job while you were walking?" the master asked. "No," Leo whispered. "Did you remember your failures?" "No." "That," the master said, "is the iron mind. Overthinking happens when you are not here. You are living in a future that hasn't happened, or a past that is dead." The master continued, "You cannot stop the thoughts from coming, but you can choose not to serve them tea. When the mind gets loud, find your cup of water. Focus on one thing, one breath, one step, one word. Leo went back to the city. The problems were still there. The boss was still angry. Emails still arrived. Life was still uncertain. People were still difficult. But Leo was different. Now, when his mind started racing, he noticed it. He didn't panic. He didn't fight the thoughts. He returned to the moment, to his breath, to his body, to now. He realized that he had power over his mind, not outside events, and in that realization, he found strength. Do not let your imagination destroy your peace. Be here. Be iron. If this story helped calm your mind, you might want to stay. Tell me in the comments, does your mind get loud at night?